who else remembers these little holes in posable figures from the 70s and 80s? Dinosaur with glasses, of course. So that's a chap called Justin in Australia, who for whatever reason wants a job lot of Kent history books. Now, what are the chances? 50-50 are the chances that I'm going to get the right box. I assume I wrote the lot number on somewhere. Well, hello there. Welcome back to the Tap Cave on a Monday. Here we go again. I thought I would put together a little picking orders video. We don't have masses going out, so we can have a leisurely little chat and pick a bunch of stuff. I do want to share a couple of private sales. Now, with that in mind, if you ever see anything in our haul videos or here on the shelves or in the background, please feel free to get in touch. Below our videos in the video description, there will be links to my Instagram, Andrea's Instagram. There's also an email address down there you can use. All of this stuff is for sale. So please get in touch if you ever see anything. We're happy to do a deal for viewers, which is exactly what happened with these items. Now, Jane got in touch and saw this in, I think, one of Andrea's Instagram posts. We picked this up recently while we were out charity shopping. I think maybe whilst we were in Canterbury. Might be wrong there. It's a little owl ceramic vase. I suppose that's a vase. Yeah. Anyway, owl took a shine to that. Jane took a shine to that. Got in touch and has purchased that one. So thank you very much, Jane. And then Roz saw, when we were out with Tom and Terry, I picked up some little vehicles, some vintage Dinky and Matchbox vehicles. This one has a trailer. These are really quite nice. And yeah, Roz got in touch and we agreed on a price, and those have now sold. So thank you so much to both of you. We really appreciate the support. And like I say, if you ever see anything in our videos, in haul videos or here in the Tap Cave, just ping us a message. We can give you a price and maybe do a deal. So let's open eBay and see what's going out. Now, I have been keeping kind of up to date with shipping orders. So some of it's already been done. So there's only, let's have a look, 14. But yeah, let's have a look what the total of 14 orders comes to. Won't be a lot. Okay, so it's just these bits here. You'll see a few red nose day bits go past. There goes one, and another, and another. So yes, 14 for £330, 59p. So for once, I'll put you in the tripod before I walk over there and then decide I need a tripod. Right, like that. So anyway, welcome to another week. Hope you've had a good weekend. Yeah, you may have joined us for our Sunday live. We were talking about the decision we've made to give up the booth. It wasn't an easy decision, but I think it's the right decision for the reasons we talked about on the Sunday show. And if you want to watch that, that's on the channel now. You can go and check that out. So we're going to hand our notice in soon, and then we will work a month notice. So we're going to clear out Andrea's booth, sell on some of that furniture, or all of it, hopefully, that's in there. So yeah, so that's happening. Meanwhile, eBay is ticking along nicely. I did get all of my Red Nose Day collectibles listed. You can see a bunch up there. These are the ones I have loads of. There's 4 different noses in there from 2019. And they're doing really well. I've sold loads of those. I think there's some more going out today. And then there's more up here. Some in here from a certain year. I think they're 2015. There's more up there, look. Some here. And then if you come around here, all of this. So all of the Red Nose Day stock, every single last thing is now listed, and we've sold a bunch of it already. This year's Red Nose Day is on the 20th. So not many days left. Some people have bought these and they want to receive them before the event. I've got at least one message, I'm sure, in here. See if I can find it. Yes, so this order here of 3 noses from 2013, the dinosaur ones, the buyer has put, I would need to receive these in time for Red Nose Day, thank you. So that's on the 20th. It's now the 16th, so that's fine. I'll get those in the post today. They should be there in good time. Right, let's scroll to the beginning and we'll pick what has sold. So first thing is a Dungeons and Dragons book. The D&D stuff is still going well, and I've gone through half of what was left on the table over there. What I didn't get listed during the listing challenge has sat there getting ignored. I've now been through half of it and done my research, and that lot is going on next. So we should get an extra flurry of orders of the D&D stuff once I actually get it listed. So anyway, deluxe Dungeons and Dragons Game Master screen, excellent. Okay, it's gone for 25. So this is another screen, and it is, if I can grab it, this one. So I sold one of these the other day. I think I showed it in a video. So it looks like a book, but in here is the screen that the Dungeon Master would sit behind when he controls the game. And they usually have really nice artwork on the back. Let's have a look. There we go. There's a dragon and some characters. Don't know who that guy is. Looks a bit angry. There you go. So that's on the back. And then on the side that the Dungeon Master sits, all the information you need to run the game. So there we go. That's gone. What did I say? 25. So there's that. Then we sold a B3. That's one of those. Still got plenty of those left. iPhone 15 Pro Max tempered glass protective screen 2-pack. Right, then we get to Red Nose Day stuff. So this box I mentioned before, or this tub, has 4 different noses in that for whatever reason I ended up with loads of. So I've done a lot of 4. You get a cat. I've got a listing running of the cats, certainly individually, as somebody's bought some. I think they bought 2. Anyway, in this lot of 4, you also get that, which is a wolf. You get this, which is a yeti. And this guy, who is a troll. And all in with the post, that is £10. I may have sold another lot while I've got it. Oh, and the cats are in here. So, yeah, so somebody else has bought the same lot. And then somebody, yeah, bought 2 cats. So I'll grab the 2 cats with a little gold crown on, look. 2 of those going to one person. And off that other list, it works out, these are more. £10 plus post, 13 for the 2. Anyway, happy with that. So, and then another person has bought the same 4. I'm just going to pop them over here. Those 2 and a cat and a troll. There we go. So that's cool. I think apart from the dinosaurs that I need to pick, that's all the noses. Let's do the dinosaurs now. Pop these back. Right, so where would the dinosaurs be? Down here I have another box which is full of just random noses from different years. So we have car noses, there's another car nose, one that sticks to the front of your car. So these have numbers on, 32, so we need number 32. All of these bags You probably can't see, but they are labelled. Here we go. 32 is there. And in here, so these are 2013 Dinosaurs. Set of 3, and these are new and sealed. And have gone for £14 for the 3. That's like a Triceratops one. And dinosaur with glasses, of course. So those have gone. Let's pop them back in the bag. Actually, I'll put all of these in there as well. And these ones up here. Doink, doink. There we go. So, a selection of Red Nose Day collectibles going. Right, so where were we? If I scroll back down, we've done the screen protector. Oh, I finally sold this. This is a PlayStation magazine, The Greatest Horror Games Ever. It's got like little demos of a whole bunch of games, including Dino Crisis, Soul Reaver, Resident Evil, Silent Hill. Yeah, I had seen people achieving sort of 15 to 20 on this, and I had it pitched around there for a while. Just wasn't getting picked off, wasn't getting the views, wasn't getting any offers. So last time it came to the end of its monthly cycle, I did an end, sell similar, and I just reduced it to make myself the cheapest available at 10, and then it sold. So that did the trick. So that's gone for 10. It's a CD single case. These used to come, well, I've got a whole load more of the regular PlayStation magazine ones. I've got more as well. I've got a job lot running of those, and they're not getting picked off at the moment, but they'll go eventually. So back to down here with the books and stuff. We have sold, it is a Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay character pack, and I think from memory that was tucked in the end here. Yes, it is this one. So in here is a load of sheets where you note down all of the statistics of your character as you play. So let me see if I can show you these. So it's a pad of sheets, basically, nothing exciting, and that has gone for $12.99. And I dropped a bit. There you go. Instructions. So that's gone. Right, let's pop that up there. Oh, we're back down there again. The same buyer has bought Dungeons and Dragons Encounters. Oh, 2 of the Encounters packs. Phantom, March of the Phantom Brigade and Dark Legacy of Evard. Apparently at £40 each. So nice order. So 2 little adventure packs. Yeah, for £80 total. Let's see if we can find those. So come back down here. So if you look in here, here are those red noses. These are boxes of different noses which are available as a set and as individual ones. It's not actually a complete set. There were 9 from that year and an extra rare one. But I've done, I think it is 6 or maybe 7. Can't remember. But I've also done listings for these individually as well. Okay, so what are we looking for? Something in here. I think it might be down here. Dark Legacy, here we go. Can you see? That was one, wasn't it? Dark Legacy of Evard, rings a bell. And I assume it's going to be next to it. I might be wrong. It is. March of the Phantom Brigade. Just checking. I didn't. These have loose maps in. I don't want those to fall out. It looks like it's all in there. So So give you a closer look. These are softbacks, and inside you have a couple of maps. In fact, there's 3 there. Big fold out maps to play your adventure campaign in. And this is the same. These do really well. I had some packs which were several chapters, so they had 2 or 3 of these books and maps, and one of those went for, was it 100 or 150? Like a lot of money, really hard to get hold of. These are a bit more common, but still not bad at £40 each. So those are off to the same buyer. Good stuff. Oh yes, now I have up here, those 2 boxes there are full of just random cassettes. Which lot has gone? Lot 1. Okay, the boxes aren't labelled. That's not helpful, is it? Now, what are the chances? 50-50 are the chances that I'm going to get the right box. I assume I wrote the lot number on somewhere. Did I even write? Lot 1. I got it right. Now, as you can see, it says times 56. So when I went through that huge stack of cassettes, when I was sorting out all of the cassettes I had in stock, listed lots of stuff individually and in bundles, like that. There's very little left now. And I had loads of just odd cassettes. There's stuff in here. What have we got there? Stardust Memories. I've got like Learn to Meditate. Nelly the Elephant. So in here is a complete random mix of music, audio books, even like learn language cassettes. And I've sold cassettes like this before as kind of for crafters and for people who, I don't know, they use them for projects. Unchained Melodies. There are some music albums in here that I just had without cases, or ones that just weren't worth reselling. What the Butler Saw. I think that's one of those murder mystery games. Anyway, as you can see, complete random mix of just cassettes. Bundled them together and listed them. Now they were on at 25, I think. And then maybe I reduced to 20, and then we had an offer come in at 16. Now this is just the dregs that I need to get rid of. So at £16, I was all over that. They have gone. I offered them the other lot at the same discounted offer price. And they said that, I don't know what they want them for, but they said that is more than adequate for what I need. So I said, fine. Just thought I'd offer. Anyway, they've gone, which is good. That's a big bulky lot out of the way. And I always enjoy, you know, making a little bit on the dregs of a job lot, or the stuff that, you know, you just need to move on. I find that satisfying. So that's good. Oh, yes. Now, these local history magazines, these are Bygone Kent. I bought a huge collection at a car boot sale. I sold some lots. I broke them down into volumes, like year volumes, and sold some small lots of those on eBay. I then took them all to my booth when I had my booth, and sold quite a few up there at a couple of pounds each. They've actually still got my stickers on, look. And then when I cleared my booth, I made 2 big lots. Well, one smaller lot there of more recent volumes, and that big stack there of earlier volumes. And we've sold the small one. And this is going to Australia. Now, it is 35 issues from volumes 27 to 39. So it's all of those. And we have a message. Now, like I say, the chap is in Australia, and he clearly buys a lot of stuff, and he uses a kind of shipping company to gather all his stuff together and send it in bulk. And that way he gets much cheaper rates, because he said in a message please send to Pack and Send. They will consolidate with lots of other purchases and forward them to me in Australia. They charge me by size, not weight. So if you can pack it in as small a package as possible, much appreciated. So that's a chap called Justin in Australia, who for whatever reason wants a job lot of Kent history books. So I will do what he asks and wrap those or pack those in as small a box as possible for him. And then, yeah, the shipping company will chuck it with all of the other stuff and ship it in one go. So that's good to move those. The original purchase, I bought hundreds of them and I paid, from memory, I'm pretty sure it was £20 I paid. The couple of lots I sold on eBay before I took them to the booth more than covered my initial investment. So anything I get back on these job lots now is just bonus, really. Okay, so we just need to find a couple more D&D books. We need D&D, the Book of 9 Swords, which has gone for 50. That's a nice one. And a Pathfinder book, Guide to Corvosa, which has gone for $12.99. So again, if we come down here, so the D&D book I think will be down here. It's one of these. Here it is. Book of the 9 Swords. Sorry, it's hard to hold you with one hand and do things with the other hand. It's that one. Book of 9 Swords. It's gone for 50. The other one is a Pathfinder book, and I think they are all down here. It's this one. Is that it? Yes, Guide to Corvosa. And that one has gone at, what did I say, 13? Yes, £13. So there we are. There's the few bits and bobs I need to pack and get shipped out today before I carry on with listing and the many other tasks I have. I have an assorted pile of things in here which are drafted, ready to go. I went through a load of the D&D books that were coming to the end of their monthly cycle. Some of these weren't getting many views. They were on individually, so I've ended them. I've drafted them as a pair. These ones here, similar thing. So those were on individually, just no demand really, hardly getting any views. So I'm pairing those up. So there's two there, which I'm just changing the listings. A little bundle of CDs, a mousetrap game, which has sat on the shelf, listed for months. When I looked into it, it didn't exist. I know I listed it, so that has just dropped off eBay completely. So I have drafted it again. Some other bits and bobs in here. Oh, these are cool. I've got 3 little boxes here of little glass. I think they're glass. Either they're glass or maybe plastic, but I think they're glass eyes. So we have these like brown ones. They're for, making teddy bears, that sort of thing. Clear ones in all different sizes, and they're on a metal rod with an eye on the end. And then blue ones. Yeah, I've drafted those as a set of 3, the 3 colours. Lots of people sell them on eBay. They do them individual colours. So I thought I'll stand out and do them like that. What else have we got in here? Oh, this I've been looking into. I don't know. I know very little about watches. This is a G-Shock watch, but I don't know if it's genuine or not. Yeah, tricky one that. Other bits and bobs in here. I've drafted these. These are quite nice. These resin cat figures. I have 2 of them. They are by this chap, Jim Shaw. Now, most of the listed and completed listings of his stuff are in America for some reason. I don't know if it's an American thing. Not sure. But I've done this one and another one, which is in here, as a pair. I can't remember what for, 20, 25 maybe. And then I'll show you one more thing, or a couple more. These are cool. These down here are vintage doll's house figures, and they've got bendy arms and legs, like posable. And I really remember from the 70s and 80s, posable things had those little holes. Can you see? Those tiny little like pinprick holes. That really took me back. So we have a little family, a little doll's house family, all with these posable. Look, who else remembers these little holes in posable figures from the 70s and 80s? Anyway, that vintage family doll's house, I think it's a certain scale. Is it 12th? I think it might be 12th scale, or 1/12, you know what I mean. And one more thing, it's Spider-Man in Duplo form. Yeah, just a random Spider-Man figure, barely worth messing about with. I think they go for £4 or £5 plus post, but he's cool. Genuine Lego Duplo. So there's a bunch of things that I've been messing around with. There's also one of those cooler Fisher-Price record players under there. Sadly, it only has, I think, 3 of the records, and it should come with 5 or 6. Yeah, it's not going to go for much incomplete. But there we go. So thank you very much for watching. If you're new here, hello. Thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed, please do. It's completely free, and I put out content all the time about how we find all of this stuff and then get it listed, mostly on eBay. That's where we sell most of our stuff these days, and we sell it. We try and make some profit on it, because this is how I earn a living and pay the bills. So if you'd like to follow along, please subscribe. And if you'd like to carry on watching me right now, there'll be a video up there of us out and about thrifting, finding all the stuff you see in there. I'll see you in that one in a sec. Ta-ra.